Hello, welcome to News Centre. Australia is investing $200 million for government business support across various sectors. That is the word coming in from Australian High Commissioner to India. My colleague Rachna Dhanrajani spoke with Philip Green about India-Australia trade ties and much more. Listen in.
Sector's going great for us, as the report that has been released by Gateway House today shows. I mean, you know, think about this. India's exports to the world over the last 5 years have increased by 35%. That sounds pretty good. But in the same period, India's exports to Australia have increased by 66%. So the benefit that Indian traders are getting from engagement with Australia is moving twice as fast as it is with the rest of the world, and we're delighted about that. Over the last 2 years that ACT has been in place, we've seen 20% increase in the growth of Indian textile exports to Australia. In agriculture, it's 35%. In automotives, it's 100% increase. So we've really had a super 2 years, and we're very excited about where this agreement and the strong linkages between our economies are taking us.
What is your view on the comprehensive economic cooperation agreement? How do you see it progressing?
We're working very hard. I think we've had 9 rounds of formal negotiation, and I think activity is intensifying. Our chief negotiator was in Delhi just last month, and I've had, just since the start of the year, a number of key engagements with the most important figures on the Indian side. Look, you know, we're not going to put a timeline on it. We want a good agreement, and we will take our time to get that right, but we are optimistic. And the two sides are very closely engaged, and there's a very high level of trust. So we're optimistic we will get there. We're
also at a very interesting time because we're just a few days away from our union budget being presented, and yes. I understand you met Minister Goyal. Were there any recommendations that you made for this budget, something that can give a push to green hydrogen, EVs, automotives, PVs?
Oh, look, we'll leave the Indian government to frame its budget in the best way it can. My message to Minister Goyal is that we are all in on India. We are investing $200 million just in government support for business. We are very keen on the second phase of the free trade agreement, and we will shortly be announcing in Australia a new document that will give a picture of the future designed for Australian traders and investors to have them better understand what the opportunities are in this country.
All right, so that was the Australian ambassador on trade opportunities between India and Australia. Moving on.